most unstable. Run, 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 Zargram, run your weird little man. Run, 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 Zargram, it's catch can. Run, 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 Zargram, until your final stand. He humiliated gods in their own halls, mocking them with little wooden dolls. He perplexed the eldritch and uncanny, tricking them into kicking their own fanny. He foiled the plans of liches, leaving his fans in stitches. Run, 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 Zargram, run your weird little man. Run, 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 Zargram, it's catch can. Run, 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 Zargram, until your final stand. He saved the people of the kingdom, angering all the nobles in the region. He stopped the war with a prank, making the queen's wardrobe blank. He does all of this except for one thing. He was too scared for this song to sing. Run, 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 Zargram, run your weird little man. Run, 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 Zargram, it's catch can. Run, 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 Zargram, until your final stand.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Zargram Xanders, Magician Extraordinaire, and I want to welcome you all back to my studio. We are going to be playing some Twitch Plays D&D tonight. We will need people in chat to do that. If you are new to this, how this works is I will be your Dungeon Master, and I will illustrate and narrate and do the roles for the characters, or for the character, singular, that represents all of chat. Chat participates by voting in polls. So this is a heavily audience-driven type of event, and without people in chat, that'll be very difficult to do. But we will just have to do something in the meantime to get that to work. All right. Let me just get some water real quick. Alright. Now, what I can do in the meantime is I had some ideas for some D&D dungeons while we're waiting for people to show up. So, what I might do is just build dungeons while I wait for people to come. So, because without, enough people to actually vote in polls, even one viewer, it makes it kind of difficult. So, what I think I'm going to do next is, I'll go here, and I'll make, yes, let's see here, let's say, window capture, we'll say, Auto Realm, yes please. Boom. Right, and then I'll just put that in the very bottom. Here we go. Yeah, that'll do fine while we wait for people to show up. I know what I'll do. Oh, you're here. Oh, hi. Oh my god, you are a legend. You're actually, wait, you're in the car as you're text chatting? Dude, okay, one, thank you for your consideration. Two, my god, be safe. Please don't text and drive. I very much appreciate your enthusiasm, but okay, it's a red light. Well, still, do not No live stream is worth risking your life over. I think what I'll do is do it like that. Yeah. And then, alright. So, here's what we'll do. I will transition to this, and I'm going to design a dungeon while we wait for Yuri to get home and for some people to trickle in, because otherwise, one person vote. I don't want to incentivize Yuri to keep checking their phone until they get home. I don't want them to suddenly crash and then I never hear from them again. I would hate that. I could never forgive myself if that happened. So, while we wait, I'm going to design a dungeon, I think, for my actual D&D campaigns. I'm using a software called Auto Realm. It's free. If you look for it, you should be able to find it. Anyway. Let's see here. Alright, I have this set up the way I want it. So, properties, let's set this up to D&D standards, so that means 5 feet per square. Snap to design grid, yes. Do not have gravity snap on, no. Alright. Let me think. My group recently told me that they want to do that they are okay with puzzles. I was under the impression that they didn't like puzzles. And I've been planning accordingly. So, with this in mind, I guess I'll design a puzzle box dungeon if I can. Let me just see how I want to do this. Well, what makes a fun puzzle box dungeon? The anti-example, the opposite of a fun puzzle box dungeon, is the water temple. Why? Backtracking, key management, all these different things. Easily missable rooms. At least for the N64 version. So, okay. Minimize backtracking. I mean, I imagine some backtracking in a D&D dungeon is fine, but obviously we don't want to have it insufferable. I guess that's going to be a Shock to Zangul type of situation where it's up to each person. But let me think here. What is a fun thing for a puzzle box? You want a prize, but you also... I've always wanted to design a dungeon that moves. Have you guys ever seen the horror movie called The Cube? Where it's a giant... it's a cube made of many rooms that are also cubes. And these cubes can rotate and interlock and connect. And they all have traps and stuff inside of them. And people have to get out. It's a brain teaser horror movie. Well, at least the first one's supposed to be. The second one, I don't know. We'll have to look it up in the kill count sometime. Anywho. Yeah, because... if you just walked in, I just want to let you know that the reason we haven't leaped into Twitch Plays D&D is because I do not want to incentivize people to text and drive. Because Yuri is currently driving home. So, for Yuri's sake, I don't want them to feel like they have to keep voting and stuff like that. So, okay. Puzzle Box Dungeon. Well, if we want Puzzle Box, one of the things that we can do is create hexagons. Because if you have a honeycomb of... those are not regular hexagons. That would never work. If you have a honeycomb of them, you can have, like, I don't know. As CCP Gray says, hexagons are the bestagons. So if we have a grid of hexagons... How many units per thing is that? 2. Yeah, that shouldn't be... You know, I'm going to set that to 1 for now. There we go. Yeah. This is this software is Auto Realm, and it's real nice if you want to just quickly whip up a D&D style map, because it just lets you use some basic lines, basic drawings type stuff, and you can just make whatever you need. So, okay. I use Foundry VTT for my D&D session, and what I'm thinking of doing is having it so that you have like a series. If they want puzzle box, I can certainly give that, but obviously you don't want anything too big or uncomfortable. Phrasing. You don't want anything too... I always have this problem whenever I'm designing a dungeon, is I always make it way too damn big, and then it stops being fun. So what if we limit it to 7 hexagons? Now, here's the kicker. These hexagons theoretically can rotate. So, each room moves. But the kicker is you... So, what's the point? Well, I have to come up with an objective for the dungeon and then work backwards. Okay. What if you want to align the rooms in a certain way to get us to a certain place? So let's think here. Let's say that the treasure room is on map north, the north side of the map, right? And we'll just label that sucker right there. There it is. Treasure room. And we'll just do that, and boop. So this is where you want to be. And let's say this one down here is the lobby. Okay. So now the very, very, very simple way of doing this that I will feel would be the cheat would be you have teleporting portals on each of the 6 walls and you got to go them in the right order. That's not very fun because it's not very mentally challenging. It's just kind of bleh. It's just a combination lock, and that's not very fun. The kind of puzzles that are fun, let me think. I'm just thinking aloud here, guys. The kind of puzzles that are fun are the ones that make you feel smart for figuring them out. But not the kind, like when we were playing Myst, you don't want the kind that are like brain burning, that like you rankle with for hours and hours and hours and you get nowhere. Nobody likes that. That's just brain pain. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Hard enough to be satisfying when you solve it, but easy enough that it doesn't make you regret every choice you've made in life till now. So basically it has to be perfectly balanced in difficulty. Oh, great, no pressure. Okay. Well, what would make a moving dungeon, a non-static dungeon, fun? Well, the first time you see it that it moves, that would be fun, kind of. It'd be kind of cool. But what would make it fun? What if the combination of rooms you go through determines what you find? Oh, that would be so complex. I'd need a whole spreadsheet to run the dungeon. Now, here's an idea I've played with in my mind chat. What if it's like an electricity dungeon, and you're trying to align power lines, components. You're trying to build a circuit board. I think that could be fun. The kicker is... Ooh, here's an idea. I'm just going to experiment with this idea real quick, chat. What if I take this, go here, and... No. One-way doors can be fine in a way, but... Okay, so... Moving rooms, and you have to build a circuit board in moving rooms. That's 2 levels of complexity, so that's going to be pretty complicated for most people right off the bat. Okay, but not undoable. Not impossible. How do you execute it? Maybe you make it like this. Maybe you make it like this, Chad. Let's say you have a red wire here, and we do some basic electrical engineering. Maybe you have this one here, and it goes out there. Create open figure. Yes. Now you go to... Oh, well, I don't want that. Let's say... so you have one piece that is... So each one is like a series of wires. A wire piece. Oh, better yet. Let's say the central one is like a straight piece. Yes. Okay. So then what we want... We'll take a blue piece... I almost wonder, it comes to the center, and then it goes there. Okay, so it's a corner. What if you control multiple rooms at once? Okay. And then what you do is you have this, like that, and this... like that. Okay, so now you're aligning wires by aligning the rooms. Okay, that could be fun. Let's do an orange one next. And then you have this here, and then this here. At the center of each one, you have a component. Oh, ooh. Okay, you gotta rotate the rooms to make an S. Why not? Or a Z, if depending on how you're interpreting it. Okay. So you got to figure out how you want to get stuff where you want it to go. Wait, but then if that's true, why not just make it so that the orange goes there? Oh, because you need components. Okay, so this one will have like a... So you have component slots. How about that, chat? Component slots in the center of each room. Yeah. And each component slot needs something. Everybody needs something. Anyway, so yeah. Okay. I think I'm cooking, chat. I think I'm cooking. All right. So each room has a component slot in the center. And your job as adventurers is to not only... Okay, so boom, bam, bop. Okay, so here. Electricity dungeon. 1. Align the rooms properly. 2. Insert the correct components. 3. Turn on the power. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think I have a concept that could be strong. What do you think, chat? You think this would work for like an ordinary D&D dungeon? And let's see. Has anyone else hopped in chat while we were waiting? Yuri is still here, but I imagine they're still driving home, so we don't want to distract them and cause them to crash. Okay. Now, I want to be a good little boy and have this be so that the inside you have several components you choose from, and they're going to resemble Yeah, could make this harder. No, that's right. When you make puzzles for actual people in Meat Space, they gotta be like 3rd grade level. That's right. If you make them actually hard and actually complicated, you'll like appeal to like 2 people. Okay, wait. Do I think my party can solve fancy like puzzles that are really, really complicated that involve electrical engineering? Wait, there actually is an engineer on our team. So actually, yes. But then only they will be doing stuff. Shit. Can't do that. Okay. Well, let's just come up with components first. So our first one is going to be if you know anything about schematics, then you'll know this one, or electrical schematics. You'll know this one. Boom. Boom. Resistor. All right. In fact, I have an idea, chat. I'm going to put this image on the screen. Okay, electrical schematic symbols chart. Boom. Oh, isn't that fun? All right, I'm going to download this image, and... yeah, that'll work. Save image as... okay. And I'm going to put this up. So this will be the kind of components that the players will be able to put inside the things. So here, image, electrical schematic symbols. So this way you'll be able to see what I'm doing too. Downloads. Yeah. Boom. All right. So I'm going to just put that right up around here. Now we'll put it right down here. There we go. So those symbols that you may or may not see on your screen refer to electrical schematic symbols. Those are how you map out a circuit before you actually make it, or how you convey what a circuit is without actually having to put the circuit down in front of somebody. So we have the basic one that's a resistor. And in real life, resistors have like a gazillion different resistances. You can set that. Well, some of them you can set. Other ones you gotta actually. They're set to something permanently. So what's the next one? The next one is a switch. Okay, I can do that. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Yeah, I think this would be made for a fun dungeon if you like electricity and stuff. Electrical engineering dungeon. Yeah. Because who doesn't like zapping stuff? Huh? Alright, next one. I know this one by heart, so I know this one is a capacitor. I forget what kind of engineer that one person is, but what we can do is make this nice and simple. So we're not going to have, like, oh, you need to bring in Ohm's law for this. No. This one will be switch. I'm not a dom or a sub. I'm a switch. Anyway, okay. This will be capacitor. What's a battery again? What does it look like? That's ground, but what's a... That's a... Oh! Okay, that's different than I was taught in school for a battery. Alright, whatever. Alright. Okay. So, if you don't know this, a capacitor is something that stores charge. A battery, wait, we'll make sure. Difference between capacitor and battery. Yes, okay. Batteries store energy through chemical reactions, while capacitors store energy in an electrical field. Well, they store capacity. They store charge. So, not completely accurate. But batteries have charge too. Now, let's get a better answer. That's just the dumb AI one. All right. I think the benefit of a capacitor is that it can fill faster and drain faster. I think they both hold charge, actually, now that I think about it. Yes, you charge a battery. Duh. What am I... Duh. All right. We got capacitor. Let's get a battery in here. So how am I going to do this? Usually, I was taught that a battery is like, you just show the difference in potential with the symbols. But I'm seeing this very weird... Oh, because you're putting the poles on it. That's why. All right, I understand. That's an antenna, huh? Oh, you have polarized capacitors. I didn't know that. That's cool. Where's my battery? Where's battery? It doesn't say it. Also, that's a resistor? That's not a resistor. That picture is just wrong. Not the one that you guys are saying. That one seems fine. But the battery symbol is weird for that one. It's not what I was taught in school. Oh, okay. Now I understand what I'm looking at. Okay. That's our positive pole. That's our negative pole for the battery. Okay. I understand now. I understand, chat. It's all coming back to me. Alright. Boom. Up. This will be, I think the positive end is the one with the higher... Yes, it is. Okay, so high potential to low potential. That's what you're doing with the long symbols. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. Alright. Boom. Okay, cool. Is anyone in chat yet? Can we start the game yet? Nope. And Yuri's back. Oh, I said they'll be back shortly. Okay, I guess we're going back to design the electrical engineer dungeon. All right. We might have to have a short session today because I might run out of juice. Or charge. Okay. Let's see here. What's the next? What's another component that's common that you need? Wire, but do we really want to give them the power of diodes? Diodes can be very powerful. Why not? Let's let them have some fun. Let's give them the power of diodes. I am going to regret this because diodes are actually a very powerful invention in the world of electronics. But, well, I'm sure they'll have fun with it. Okay. 5 components. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, alright. Theoretically, you could just put the battery right next to the thing you're trying to charge. But I think the idea is you're supposed to use all of them. And, of course, there is a technical problem with this. This is not a circuit, so the charge would not be able to actually flow. But it's fantasy electricity, so we'll be fine. We can say that these wires that this isn't just a wire, it's 2 wires next to each other, which would technically make a capacitor, but whatever. No one cares. No one cares except me. That's true of a lot of things in life. Let's see here. Transistor. I thought I already... Oh! Transistor. Well, that's supposed to be a diode, but... Well... Thrizistor? I never heard of a thrizistor. Voltmeter, motor, lamp, diode, cell, inductor. Oh, crap. I don't remember what an inductor does. Ah, crap, chat. Okay. It is a passive 2-turn electrical component that stores energy in a magnetic field when electric... Wait. Inductor versus capacitor. What? Oh! Okay, an inductor uses a magnetic field. Oh, God. You might even use that with, like, some... Oy vey. You could end up using that with a few... Oh! Duh! I forgot the most simple of all components. The wire! Duh! Oh, God. I always overcomplicate stuff. Okay. That is 6 components. Alright. Alright. So what's to stop, if people have access to all of this, what's to stop them from just putting the battery right next to the load? In electrical terms, the load is the thing you're trying to power. Yuri, you're back! Are we on your PC? Are we actually able to vote now without you risking crashing? Oh, Brown Wolf, you're here too. You have the same color as Yuri on my OBS, so that's why I didn't recognize you for a second there. Hey there. Yeah, I was just killing time designing an electricity-themed dungeon using electrical schematic symbols. No big deal. I was just doing it to kill some time while we wait for enough people to show up for us to actually play. Let's see here. We got Brown Wolf and we got Ure here. Okay, I think that's enough to actually play Switch Plays D&D finally. Okie dokie. Let me transition over here. And I'm going to save my work here. Yeah, I'll just call this I'll just make a folder for that thing because I don't want to lose that. Alright, and we'll just call it the Electricity Dungeon. Easy. Oh, I know how you could make this into a thing. You can make it so that each... I need to transition thoughts. Okay, I'm closing Auto Realm. I'm closing Auto Realm. Alright. Let me move my guy over. Boop. Boop. Alright. And boom. Boom. Where is Photoshop? There it is. And let me just zoom it in properly. There we go. Alright, guys. Let's get this show on the road, at last. Now, you guys remember how this is played, so I don't know if I need to explain this again to you guys. But basically, it's very, very pared down D&D. Very simple. Anyway, let's get to it. So, where is that music thing? There we go. So, next up is the fact that, okay, last time you guys got, or using the Mask of Mischief, and you got a special thing from a crystal snake, and you taunted a villain so much that they had an aneurysm and died. Turns out that shady necromancer was related to this crystal snake. So we pick up right where we left off. You are not at max health. You are not at max stamina, or no, you are at max stamina, but you're not at max MP. And the crystal snake said, "Yeah, have you you guys were fine to have that magic, but not the magic chamber pot. That was the other week." The crystal snake comes up and it's like, "Yeah, have you seen my I think he was a cousin. My cousin, he was supposed to be around here." And you realize that the necromancer that died of an aneurysm because you teased it and bullied it so hard was this guy's person. So you may have accidentally a murder by taunting a necromancer. What do? Lie to the crystal snake. Tell the truth. Don't lie, but don't confess. Cast a spell and attack. Alright, guys. You know how this works. You press a number in chat, and you will to the corresponding vote, and it will show up there. So you guys have 2 minutes to vote on what you want to do. That's right, you also have the Mask of Mischiefs, which helped you taunt that necromancer to death. Let me just make my guy a little bit smaller. Alright, there we go. Alright, so our 2 viewers have decided to go for... Oh, hello there. Welcome, Luna Starlight Wolf Goddess. Welcome in. We're playing Twitch Plays D&D, where chat gets to vote on what your character does in-game. You are playing as Peepo with a little wizard hat that you got previously, the blue wizard hat. And right now, we're voting on what to do. If you wish to vote and participate, you just type a number corresponding to the choice above my head. And yeah, that's how that works. Anywho, let's see here. Okay. It looks like after 1 minute, I close it after 2 minutes, by the way. After 1 minute, we're saying you're voting to say don't lie, but don't confess. If only we had Spiper here. He was our lawful good chat member. Oh well. I wonder what happened to him. Oh well. So, anywho, we are at 2 minutes, and you have decided to don't lie, but don't tell the truth. So, as the Crystal Snake is asking about this, you say, "Well, I'm afraid he's dead. I think something happened to his. He was being punished, and he kind of died. It was weird." And the Crystal Snake goes, "What? How can this be? How is this possible? How can my brother die? Or how can my cousin die? This makes no sense." The mage, let's see, where did I have that layer? I'll have to just use auto select. Zari the wizard's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna, I got a thing at the Blue Tower to take care of. I gotta go. Bye. So, right. So, Zari just pieces out because they don't want any part of this. And the snake is saying, "How did this happen?" You say that, oh, apparently the necromancer got in trouble with the law, they got put in the stocks, and later when you saw them, they just kind of died. So we're going to roll a skill check to see if you can withhold the information from the crystal snake. You should see an overlay on the screen of a d20. We're going to roll in 3, 2, 1, boop, boop, 11. 11 plus your skill check is 11, so 22. Versus his, here it comes. 9. Plus, let's say, okay, you are able to say, you're able to convince him. that you did not taunt the necromancer into having an aneurysm and dying. So this crystal snake is, what the hell? The crystal snake thanks you for the information and departs. Okay, so now that you've dodged the crystal snake's wrath, where did I put that layer? I need to prune this place, man. Okay, you and Akin have the whole town to yourselves. Well, not to yourselves, but you now can decide what you want to do. Okay, still a fresh day. What do? Party at the pub. Look for another adventure. Cause some trouble by... Cause some trouble. Cast a spell. So we'll say start poll. There you go. Alright. So anywho, so vote now what you want your character to do. Because you're still in the Dwarven town. Vote now. Alright. Looks like we have 2 votes so far. And both of them are for party at the pub. Do we have anyone else in Twitch chat? We have the bots, and that's about it. And you two guys. So I guess that's a majority already. Okay. So be it. So be it. With the only 2 viewers voting, you voted to party at the pub. So, you and Akin, your dire fox pet, or friend really, not really a pet. Oh, whoops. There. You decide to go to a pub, and you start getting crunk. You spend some of your money, we'll say about 5 gold, for like, you know, several tankards of beer. And you're just pounding this beer all the time. And Akin is like, is just out hunting because they're hungry too. So actually no, they come to you for food, and you give them some like a steak or whatever, because foxes need meat. And while you're getting crunk at the club, you are approached by someone. It is a halfling. It is a halfling artificer. So let me make the halfling artificer. Let's say they have tan skin. Why not? Okay, hang on a second. Let's call this halfling artificer. Boom. And we're just going to do that. And then, oh, whoops. Whoops. There we go. Ah! That brush is too big. Alright, and then I'll just give a little... let's give him a green shirt. Why not? There we go. And let's give him a little bit of a hat. Oh, I know exactly the kind of hat. Let's give him a little triangle hat. It's cute. It's cute. No. He has a 6-sided hat. I don't know how that makes sense, but it's what he's got. Yes. They have a hexagonal hat. And I'll even warp it to... No. Better yet. Better yet. It looks like that. It's basically a hexagon stuck on top of their head. Yes. Perfect. And I'll make the hat like a darker... yeah, why not? Like that. Okay. Alright, convert to smart object. We'll call this Halfling Artificer. They come up to you and say, "Excuse me, aren't you the... aren't you Chat, spelled with a T, who defeated, who bested that dragon, defeated those basilisks, has a dire fox as a pet, as a friend, and has even retrieved multiple treasures? This guy seems like he might give you a quest. What do you do?" What do? Be polite. Play a prank on him. Ignore them. Be rude. Start poll. Okay, vote now. Vote now what you guys want to do. Can you make up your mind? I mean... Yuri is voting to play a prank. God dang it, Yuri. You are being so chaotic in this campaign. Brown Wolf, what do you vote for? Only half the time? We still got a minute left. Vote now if you want your piece to be heard. We only have one vote, and we're coming up on 2 minutes, so that's the cutoff. Well, we can still make this work. Alright, looks like I think Brown Wolf might be AFK. That's fine. That's totally fine. Alright, with a majority of 1 vote, you've decided to play a prank on him. I'm going to roll to see how good of a job you do of that. So rolling in 3, 2, 1, starting, and 15 plus 11. You tell a funny joke, and you say that their hat's on upside down, and they're like, what? Oh! Wait a minute. And you giggle at your own joke as you see him being fooled. They respond favorably. They laugh at the joke. And they ask you, 1, they would like to buy the mana crystal from you for 500 gold. 2, they would like to hire you to go get a a special orb of energy from the Tower of Lightning. And they would also like to buy you a drink. So, what should we do? Option 1, sell the crystal, accept the quest, and drink. Accept the quest, accept the drink, keep the crystal, accept quest, decline drink, keep the crystal, decline, or sorry, accept quest, accept drink, and sell the crystal, decline quest, decline, or accept drink. And finally, keep crystal, decline quest, decline drink. Alright, 5 options on the board. Go ahead and vote, everybody. This might have been a bit complicated for this format. Vote? Yeah, this might have been... Okay. Alright, we have 1 vote for 3. Brown Wolf, you still with us? What do you vote for? Wolf, you still there? Still alive, buddy? Well, we're coming up on 2 minutes, and we only have 1 vote. That's a shame. I thought we'd have a few more viewers tonight. Oh, well. Alright, we've come up on 2 minutes, and it looks like you decided to keep the crystal, accept the quest, and accept the drink. Okay, fine. You tell the guy, or the guy whose name is going to be, I haven't decided a name for him yet. I'll call him Yami. Wait, what the heck just happened? His name is Yami. We'll put it on the hat. Okay. Okay. Yami, the halfling artificer. All right, you have agreed to accept the quest and sell. And wait. Was it keep it or was it? What was the previous one? Oh dear God. Was it keep or sell? I forget. Yeah, usually there is 4 of us at least. This is kind of odd to have such a low turnout tonight. It was kind of sad. I feel bad. Wait, I forgot the. Oh God. Wait. What was the result? I closed it before I could see it. Wait, Yuri, was it keep the crystal and accept the other 2? I think it was. Okay. You keep the crystal. Yeah. Keep the crystal. Okay. Sorry. Alright. The Yami says, I understand you not wanting to part with the crystal. Anyways, he offers you a drink, or he buys you another round. He doesn't offer you the drink, he buys you another round. That's what I should have said. You drink with him for a bit, and he describes that the lightning tower is a big iron tower in a desert that is said to be able to grab or attract lightning to its spire, and somehow it's able to channel the lightning into a sphere. He wants to figure out how to channel lightning into objects. So, and he needs you to take him there so that he can study it, because he needs to be protected from the lightning monsters. With that, you accept the quest, and you decide to head out with Yami the next day. So, edit, transform. Boop. So, Yami, the halfling artificer, is now a temporary member of the group. So is Akin, who managed to kill a squirrel and has been nomming on it. So, there we go. And where is... there it is. Okay, so the next day, you all depart from the dwarven town, and you travel to the desert. Let me just do a scene change. All right. No, not like that. Not like that. There we go. Okay, and there is no road in this desert, so where did I put that layer? I have so many layers. I need to make a new PD document for this. Hang on. Okay. So we're going to come up to, let's make it like a rocky desert. So we'll go like this. And we'll just make a little rectangle tool like this, and boop. Oh, crap. Alright. Alright. So you are now, you travel a few days from, on the other side of the mountains is a desert. And you travel into the desert, and it is hot as balls in this desert. Akin is not happy. So Yami suggests that you travel at night and you sleep during the day. So with that, you change your strategy for traveling, and there it is. Oh wait, no, I can do this, and oh, I still have the trees up from the Dream Realm. That's right. All right, and now I'll just change this to the color white so you can see it and it's the contrasts. And then I'll change this to the moon. Anyway, you travel by night. Fly by night. No, kidding. You travel at night, and as you're traveling, you are ambushed by a deadly giant scorpion. It's a fight. Now, let me just draw the little scorpion thing. Actually, it's not a little scorpion. It's a big one. Excuse my bad drawing. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And let's make this, I don't know, like that color. And let's make it a little bit easier to see. There we go. Alright. So, let me change to the battle music. Alright, you are fighting the giant scorpion. Fighting a giant scorpion. As it lunges out, Yami says, "Be careful, it's poisonous!" How... Oh, actually, your stats should be refreshed. So you're at 4140. Yes, there we go. Alright. So, yeah. Anywho, we'll make this new poll. How do you proceed? Poisonous. Boom, boom, boom. Get rid of those options. Melee combat. Magic combat. Ranged combat. Run away. Okay. Vote now, everybody. And by everybody, I mean the people who are actually here. So, how do you wish to fight the poisonous giant scorpion? Magic combat. We have one vote for magic combat, and we only have we've only 25 seconds into the poll. You know, I'm going to turn the fight music down. Why is this... Oh, lock volume, that's why. There we go. Wait. That'll probably make it a lot easier for the actual editor in the future. Because by now I actually have someone who's going through the backlog of all these to actually make them into more palatable videos. Yay! Anyway, we have 1 minute on the clock, and you are so far choosing to do magic combat. I just realized my meeple for my NPCs kind of look like cyanide and happiness. Anyway, I don't know if Brown Wolf is still active in chat, but we only have one place. Well, I'll give it to 2 minutes, and then we'll just proceed. And we're at 2 minutes. You have decided to use magic combat. Boom. All right. With that said, you cast a spell upon them, or you cast a damaging spell upon the scorpion, and we're gonna roll. It's your magic check versus its magic check. Ready, rolling in 3, 2, 1, start, and stop. You roll a 6, and your modifier is 10, so you roll a 16. Here, and I'm gonna roll for the scorpion now. 2 plus 0 because it's a poisonous scorpion. It doesn't have any magic. All right. So, you deal significant damage to the scorpion. And it's like, as you shoot, like, let's say, fire bolts at it. Anyway. It's really damaged. The scorpion's now going to try to attack Akeen. It rolls a 13, well, 10 plus 3. Akeen's going to roll. Akeen gets a 19. They dodge swiftly. Meanwhile, Yami pulls out a strange crossbow and makes their own attacks. First attack, second attack, and third attack. It's a repeating crossbow. He has like this lever in the bottom of the thing. He's like, kick you, kick you. And he shoots bolts at it. All 3 of them hit. The scorpion's not doing so good. Next up is Akeen. Akeen tries to attack. 12, but the Scorpion's a bit faster. So, okay, next round. You attack. Okay, so you used up. Also, you're using some stamina up just by being here because you had to actually get here. Magic points, you're using up a little bit of that, so you're down to 38. Next up, you realize this is a bad fight because Akeen's trying to get into range. So in order to attack it with a magical swarm of boots. Yes! Yes! Let's do that. Let's do that. Yes, 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 yes. A magical swarm of boots. Okay, you're going to dump. Okay, here comes your next magic check to do exactly that. Rolling in 3, 2, 1, boop, and stop. 18 versus its magic. It rolled an 11, and it's a flat 11 because it doesn't. It's basically an animal. It doesn't have any magic. So you summon a giant boot, or a bunch of you cast Rain of Boots, which, by the way, is a hard counter to many arthropods. Yes, things die when they are squished. Did you know that, chat? Anyway, you deal significant damage to the Scorpion, and it's basically on its last legs, even though it has 8 of them. Aha! Anyway, wait. Do scorpions? Yeah, scorpions are arachnids, so they should have 8 appendages. But I don't know if they have 8 legs, per se. Hang on, I'm gonna look at a picture of a scorpion. That's what I thought. They have... Well, actually, you could say they have 9 appendages, including the tail. So they have their... Yeah, they have their legs, and then they have their claws. Yeah. Okay, I'm right. Okay. Anyway. So you deal severe damage to it. The scorpion's gonna try and attack you now. Here's its desperation shot. Ooh, 16 plus 5 versus your combat check. Here we go. Rolling. 11 plus 11, so 22. Okay. This thing, wait, 16 plus 5. Oh, it's 21. This thing barely misses you. It almost stabs you in the eye with its poison stinger, but you were able to deflect it with your shield at the last second. It was a really close one. You would have almost had your eye gouged out and poisoned. Yami comes in and he takes another few shots. Pew! He rolls a nat 20! Okay. He has 2 more shots. 7. He misses 2. His first shot hits it right in the brain. And it kills it. But the other 2 fly wide because he didn't expect it to die so suddenly. He's like, so with that, the combat is over. Wait, that should be at negative 40. There it is. Anywho, with that, the scorpion is dead. And Yami's like, alright, is everyone okay? Are you guys right? I'm not a healer, I'm an artificer, but I have a few healing potions. You realize everything's fine, and Akeen didn't get poisoned. So I'm going to actually deduct a few more magic points from you guys. So you're at 30 out of 40. Remember, you have some chat point redemptions you can make if you wish to recover some HP, SP, or MP. And you lost another stamina point by just being in the fight, because you have to dodge around and do stuff. You continue your journey, because everyone's fine, because it didn't actually get any hits on anybody, thank God. You continue on, and eventually you start seeing in the distance this little, like, spike. And you think it might be a mirage. But Yami says, according to my map, he has this, like this pocket watch that has, like, this magical holographic type map. According to the map, that's the direction we need to go in. And you're thinking, wow, it must be really far away if it's that small. And you realize, wait a minute, that must be huge. Sure enough. Several days pass. Just a second, guys. Boop. Woo! 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 4 days and 4 nights pass, and you're actually upon the spire. Now, this thing is freaking huge. Like, the Tower of Lightning is absolutely massive. You estimate it must be at least 300 feet tall, and it's shaped like a giant cone. It's a big conical tower, 300 feet tall, and about, let's say 75 feet in diameter. Big tower! And you realize that, around here, weather seems to be kind of bad. And you realize that the tower seems to be made of metal, but it's not corroded. And that strikes you as odd in the desert, because there's sandstorms. There would be all kinds of erosion, and yet this doesn't seem to be corroded. So You ask Yami about this, and Yami explains that... Oh, hang on a second. Let me auto-select him. Yami explains, it's a magical tower. Clearly. It's a magical tower, and that's how it preserves. So you ask Yami, well, how the heck do we get inside then? Akin is pawing around and is just kind of confused. Yami says, that's the issue. I needed someone to escort me here because there are deadly poisonous scorpions here. And I don't want to take them on alone because that would be very... I don't think that would be a very smart thing to do because I might get surprised in the night. I might get something. I don't want to travel alone. There's safety in numbers. And you're like, whatever. But Yami says, yeah, so to get in, I have this weird journal from this old, from these people who actually inhabit these lands, and they give me permission to come here to do research. He shows you the journal in his hands. And he's like, yeah, okay, so they wrote some notes about how to get in, but I'm still a little bit confused by it. I gotta solve some kind of riddle, but I need your help figuring it out. So, okay. Alright. Let's go. Here's the riddle you gotta solve. Here's a good one. Okay. You need to solve the following riddle. And I shall put this in golden text. Don't you feel special, chat? It goes like a little something like this. And I'm going to put it... it goes like this. Alright. My tines be long. My tines be short. My tines end ere. My first report. What am I? This is the riddle you need to solve to get that he needs to say in the local language to get inside the tower. So, since we don't have that many people in chat, you can just post in chat what you think the solution is. So, Brown Wolf, Yuri, what do you guys think? This is the riddle that you have to... The answer to which will let you inside the building. Okay, so just to be... here's the thing. The word ere, E-R-E, means before in time. So, my times end before my first report. If 2 minutes go by and you haven't figured it out, I'll give you a clue, okay? Okay, you say to Yami a flash of lightning, and Yami's like, oh my god, could it really be that simple? Could it really be that simple? I was thinking fork or something. Like a fork falling off a table. Oh my god, could it be that simple? He says something, and a door opens up. The answer was lightning. The Tower of Lightning's password is lightning. Go figure. So, boop. Oh, crud. I don't want that. I want... So, with this, you're able to enter the Tower of Lightning! If I could play licensed music, I would play AC/DC's Thunderstruck, but I can't. Wait, where did I put the layer for the actual tower? I'm lost! Oh, there it is. Okay. We do that, and we do this. Create clipping mask. You guys are able to enter into the Tower of Lightning. So, boop, boop. So in you go. Whoop! Oh, I forgot. Yami has. That's right. So next up, you're inside the tower, and the tower is very simple. It's just a giant spiral staircase around the outside that gets narrower and narrower as you get to the top. At the very top of the tower is the following. So let me just go here. Boop. Boop. And I'll change this to... Alright, at the top of the tower, you find the following. Oh yeah, I'll just leave the background out there. That'll be good. That'll look good. Okay, cool. Boom, boom. Yes. You'll be down here, and Akeen will come with you over here. Boom. Yeah, at the top of the tower is a big, glowy, yellow orb. Oh, I forgot. I have to, Right. Okay. There's a big, glowing, yellow orb hovering about 10 feet above the thing. The orb is about, let's say, 3 feet wide. Or 3 feet in diameter. And it glows with, like, crackles of lightning all around it. Or crackles of electricity. But you guys would, in this era of technology, you guys would understand it as lightning. So... Woo! You get the idea. Anyways, it's sparkly and glowy. Yami's like, finally! Okay, I was worried about getting here, but now I can try to do my experiments. You ask him how long it'll take, he says, well, give me a day, okay? So, you give him a day. Where did I put the moon? Because he says that he needs for there to be a lightning storm. And he thinks there's going to be one coming relatively soon. You ask how, he says he has artificial magic that'll do it. You realize you are now standing inside of a giant lightning rod with an oncoming lightning storm. And let me make the thunderclouds. Boom. Scary, spoopy clouds start rolling in after a day of waiting or so. And they start obscuring the sky. It starts to rain! And you ask Yami, how the heck are we supposed to stay safe during all this? And he says, oh, I'm wearing insulated boots. Aren't you? He asks, kind of absentmindedly. Okay, what do you do to protect yourself from from the lightning? 1, cast a spell. 2, run away. 3, steal Yami's boots. Oh, I misspelled that. Yeah. Alright. Vote now, everybody. I have a better idea for this background. Here's what I'll do. Instead of that, we're going to do one of these. We're going to do a big... like this. And then we're just going to scale that up. Like that. There we go. And then drop shadow. Yeah. There we go. Yuri has voted to cast a spell. Okay. And I don't know if anyone else is active in chat right now. Maybe we should make this a shorter session. Oh well. Okay. Finish poll. We're at 1 minute, and I don't think anyone else is going to say anything. So, you cast a spell, and you cast protection from... Actually, it took you a bunch to get up here, so you're dedicated by that. You cast protection from lightning on yourself and on Akin. That'll protect you. After a little bit, it starts to rain, and you start to see lightning crash down. As this happens, you see Akin getting kind of weird. He's like, "Yes! Yes! Give me the strength of the gods! Give me the strength of Olympus! Yes! Yes!" And he's getting as you see lightning like pew, 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 pew. And you see the lightning from all these different thunderheads starts getting attracted to these things. Pew, 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 pew. It's all getting attracted into the orb. And you realize something's off here. Because Yami's getting kind of obsessive about the orb. It's an artificer pondering his orb. He's like, "Yes! Yes! Yes! I shall harness the power of Zeus!" You start to back away from Yami as he's going kind of all Dr. Frankenstein. And you keep Akin with you as well because this guy's being weird. And soon after that, he takes out a strange wand that looks like it's kind of steampunky. Has like some brass odds and ends and stuff on it. Anyway, he comes up and he takes it to the orb, and the lightning stops. He now takes the orb and is like, "Yes! Now the world shall bow at my feet! Will you serve me, or will you die?" Okay, Yami has gone mad with power. What do? Submit, resist. Actually, submit or resist, fight, or bluff a submission just so you can try and trick them. Cast a spell. Alright, start poll. Boom. There you go. Akin fetch stick! I love it! Oh my god. Okay, if you vote 3, then we'll do that. Alright, we have one person voting to basically trick him. This will be funny. Alright, is there anyone else in chat who's talking right now, or who's voting? Alright, it doesn't look like anyone else is voting. I think Brown Wolf is even left too. It's just you and me, Yuri. No. Oh well. We'll just do a small adventure today. Anyway. I think Yuri's the only person voting, so we'll just end it there. Okay. So you vote to trick, and you say, "Oh, but of course, Yami the Lightning Master." Yami seems to like, or actually, wait, we need to roll your skill check to see how you bluff. Hang on. Rolling, boop, 15. And I'm going to see if he senses it. Plus 11, so 27 versus 14 plus 5. So 27 versus his 19. You say, "Oh, but of course, Yami the Lightning Master. I wouldn't dream of resisting you." And you bow your head to them. And Yami's like, "Ha ha ha, I see you're more intelligent than I gave you credit for. Yes, the Lightning Kingdom will reign over. And those stupid people who tried to stop me by withholding this journal will suffer the consequence. They shall be the victim of the Lightning Empire. Ha 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 ha." And Yami the Halfling Archer is like, "Ha ha 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 ha." Meanwhile, he starts monologuing, saying, "Yes, yes." He stands on the edge of the tower. He's like, "Yes, now shall be the age of Yami the Lightning Emperor. No, no. Yami the Lightning God." While he's doing this, you say, "Hey, Akin, here's a stick. You want the stick? You want the stick?" Akin is starting to... I'm going to roll to see how well you do that. Rolling. No. That's 1 plus 11, 12. Okay, Akeem seems a bit offended that you're being like, hey, there you want the stick? Get the stick, get the stick. Akeem's like, what? But Akeem realizes that stick looks kind of cool. Akeem gets curious at the stick, and I'm gonna roll an intelligence check to see if he gets it, because Akeem just resisted your command, because he had no idea what you were talking about. 17. Akeem sneaks up on Yami, because you're obviously trying to get, you say food, and Akeem's like, food? So Akeem crouches up on Yami, while Yami's like, soon all the countries shall bow before my eye, Yami the lightning god. And Akeem, he's flailing around, and Akeem leaps forward with his roll. Okay, and Yami rolls back. 12, uh-oh. He tries to snag the stick. But what happens is, but Yami spins around and says, wait, what are you doing? Okay, you have a split second to do this. So here's what happens. Akeem lunges for the stick, rolling. Yami tries to dodge. He rolls a 1. So Akeem and Yami, or Akeem crashes into Yami, and where is he? Here's the thing. Akeem crashes into Yami. He's like, wait, no! And him and Yami tumble off the tower. You have a split second to rescue Akeem as Yami is falling from the tower. How do you do? You have but a moment to rescue Akeem as he inadvertently pushes Yami off the tower. What do you do? Cast a spell, cast a spell. Lunge after him and try to catch the tail. Leave Akeem to his fate. Alright. What do you do? What do you do, Yurei? What do you do, guys? Vote now. Cast a spell. Is there anyone else in chat who could vote? Looks like not. Okay. So I'll just end the poll right there then, because there's no one else here. No one here but us chickens. You cast a spell, and you're going to dump all the MP into this. While Yami's like, ah! And he's falling off the thing. You cast a spell as in levitate or telekinesis on Akeem. So here comes your roll for your magic. Rolling in 3, 2, 1, boop, and stop. 16 plus 10. Yeah. You were able to dump a bunch of MP to take you down to 5 MP to save Akeem. You hear, ah! And then it's just a stop. You look over the edge and you see it's not a pretty sight. You see Yami's there, and there's a lot of blood. Yami went splat, everybody. And the rod's in his hand, and now it's the orb is down there. But Akeem got the kill. So Akeem gets the point. Akeem came in clutching and stopped the megalomaniac. But, yeah, Yami is dead now. Very, very dead. They fell 300 feet off of needle-shaped tower. They're very dead. They take, what is that? For every 10 feet? 30d6. Actually, I'm going to roll that. I'm going to roll 30d6 to see what that even gives you. Alright. Roll. 92. He takes 92 falling damage. He's very dead. Okay. So with that, you go back all the way down the stairs. And you find Akeem's remains. Your stamina is now at like 20 because you had to hurry down there. He's half the distance fallen. Oh, that hurts. That's, ooh. So that would have been 150 damage for falling damage if we were playing Pathfinder. But you take the orb, you take the rod, And you now have the rod in your hand. What do you do? So, okay. You now have the rod of lightning control. What do you do? Return its power from whence it came. Throw it into the sand. Keep it. Or, just walk away. Or dance on Yami's body. Yami's splattered corpse. So, which of the 5 options do you pick? It does occur to you that you have a temporary spell effect that protects you from lightning, and Yami had insulated boots. But you're voting to keep it. Okay. Okay. Alright. We'll have something for next time then. Steal his boots. They are halfling sized. You are a bit more of a thick boy than he was, so they're not going to fit you. They would fit on the front paws of Akeen, though. But then you would need 4 for Akeen to gain the benefit of them. So you decide to keep the rod of lightning control. All right. With that, your adventure in the desert comes to a you start leaving the tower. Actually, yeah, we're not ending off here because I have one more thing. When a bunch of, as you're walking back to the Dwarven City, you are approached by a bunch of desert elves. Let's go with let's give them something kind of like olive texture. Why not? All right, and you're approached by some desert elves. Oh, crud, that didn't work. That's too narrow. And we'll give them a cool haircut. We'll give them a cool haircut, like a big ponytail, like those desert people in Game of Thrones, who I don't remember the name of because I never really watched Game of Thrones, but I know about them. They have a big, cool ponytail and stuff like that. It's got all kinds of cool decorations. It's all cultural and stuff. And they wear, like, khaki-colored camouflage stuff. So it's actually kind of hard to pick them out. But, yeah, these desert elves come up to you. And they say, thank you for defeating, hang on a second. Thank you for defeating that artificer. They actually held some of our people hostage to get that information. We request that you return you return the lightning rod to us, as it is an important artifact. Will you please oblige? All right. So as you're just okay, the desert elves want the rod of lightning control back. What do you do? Give it to them. Try to sell it back to them. Run away. Cast a spell. Attack! Alright, what do you do? But yeah, they're like wearing khaki clothing, which will blend into the desert. And they have these kind of cool hairdos and stuff like that. They're desert elves. They're all mysterious and cool. Like, kind of like the Fremen. Yeah, kind of like the Fremen in Dune. Like, these people, will absolutely wreck your stuff. And they hide in the sand and do all kinds of cool tricks. Maybe I should just go watch Dune again. Anyway. Alright, you voted, yeah, there's only one person here. Alright. So be it. You vote to give us them. You return the Rod of Lightning Control, and in exchange, they give you a bottle of lightning. A bottle of... They give this to you in exchange because they are thankful that you were benevolent enough to return their artifact to them. The bottle of lightning is like a grenade. You throw the bottle of lightning, and it will cast chain lightning at the nearest living creatures. So, or it'll cast a spell like chain lightning. So, make sure you have a good throwing arm when you use it, because it's basically a grenade. And with that, you, hang on a second. You leave the elves behind, and you, you travel from the desert, and you go back to the Dwarven place. You have gained a bottle of lightning from this, and you've stopped. Hopefully, Akane doesn't want to play fetch. Akane really wants to leave this desert. It's never like this desert. It's a temperate forest type of thing, not a temperate desert type of thing. So, it doesn't like this place. But with that, you return to the Dwarven village, and you're ready for your next adventure. I think we're gonna call it there for tonight. And wait, what the heck? Oh. Yeah, we're gonna call it there for tonight. We only have one person here, so, you know, it just makes sense. Though I appreciate everyone who came by. I am actually, next week on Twitchy D&D. Oh, I should change the name to that. It's not really D&D. Well, it's not really D&D. It's like, it's roleplay. Well, it's like a roleplay game. I'll have to think. Anyway, so who should we raid? Yuri, what do you think? Hey, I went this entire stream and I didn't get gender swapped. Yay! Let's see here. Following anyone I know. Well, there's a bunch of very big streamers who are streaming, but they don't know me and I don't know them, so they would just be creeped out if I tried raiding. Well, no one who's the same size as me. Okay. No Tarth do that this week. Yeah, Tarth always wants to gender swap me for some reason. I don't know why. It's weird. Well, I'll just raid someone I'm following. Can we have someone called Lume playing The Way of the Ninja. That looks cool. Why not? Oh, this person's oh no, they're doing a collab. Well, let's raid the person doing the ninja. That could be fun. Wait. Razorwind VT. I feel like I've heard of them before. Well, let's try reading this person. Why not? Alright, everyone. I want to say thank you so much for everyone who came by. I will see you guys next week. We'll try to play some more Atlas, and we're going to be doing a Barotron stream next week with some other with some of my Vtuber friends. So, yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Alright, see you later, everybody. Rating in 3, 2, 1, bye-bye.